I could see one of the Real Housewives of California, of whatever it was, Orange County, wearing this, you know, silk baby doll top from the Y2K times, totally. Okay, so I'm the day 3 of thrifting in a row for my collaboration with Jenn the Reseller, and I'm back at the first thrift store that I went to because they are open after the storms. They had some issues yesterday and they couldn't open, but they are cash only today. So this will throw a different curveball into the plan. So let's see how much cash I have. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 20, and 30, $4. So I think I'll be fine. When I get paid cash for my Facebook pickup orders, I will put it in here and use it for resale, mostly resell in case, you know, other times I need cash. So I'm going to go in and see what I can find. Yesterday I said my plan was going to be the $1.99 racks, if they're there today, the shoes, and then maybe jeans. I don't know. I'm gonna play it by ear from there, depending on what I see. Maybe some new racks, maybe some other stuff. So I don't know. I'll let you know. Okay, so I go through the $1.99 racks. I think these first 2 racks are mostly kids, so I didn't get anything from those. I do a quick look at the belts before moving on. There were a lot of new racks. In true Gretchen fashion, I didn't find a single thing on camera. And most of the things that I found, I wasn't recording, but they were on the dress racks, and you'll see me go through them while I'm sitting down and comping. I definitely was not picking up sweaters unless they were going to be huge bolos, because it's already middle of March when I'm thrifting, and I need to get away from sweaters. Even though it is one of my favorite categories, and I do pick up all year round, I will slow way down during the off season. Alright, so here's my cart. You can see I have thrown a lot of stuff in on the top. Dresses mostly from that rack over there that I panned to. So I'm going through these dresses, and because all of these are off the $1.99 rack, they end up being style-based pickups, so I put away a lot of things that have flaws. That first dress I just thought was a cute style. This one ended up having some torn mesh. Otherwise, I think it would have fit in that whimsy goth category. And then this one was gorgeous but had some stains. It was just Old Navy, but I loved the pattern. And this one also a beautiful pattern, but it wasn't in perfect condition, so I put it back. And then I had picked up several of these career dresses and decided to put that one back, probably because of some flaws as well. So I do look through the shoes, and you can see I'm holding a pair of tennis shoes. Those are Brooks that once I get to the haul I completely forget about because I was cleaning them. But I do end up getting them, and I'll put a picture here of what I have them listed for. And then there's a pair of sandals I'll show you, and the other pair I end up putting back. Going through the jeans, so you'll see I have the camera panned down. I am really just looking at the bottoms to pull out anything that is flare leg or straight leg or boot cut that looks interesting, and then I'll pan up to the top to see what the brand is. Okay, so I spent an hour and 45 minutes in there, an hour thrifting, and then 30 minutes to comp, and then 10 minutes to put everything back and check out, basically. Yeah, so I spent 41. Did I say that? And on 14 items. 2 were pairs of shoes, and then all the other items were off the $1.99 rack, and 1 was a top, the rest were dresses. All style-based pickups, okay? All style-based pickups. So, with style-based pickups, to me, there's more of a risk, so spending $1.99 is, okay. And by the time these come out, I may or may not have already started this new venture. So just, I'll say if I already have and told you about it, then that's what some of these are for. And if I haven't, then there's something new coming up, and I'll tell you about that in another video. Yeah, I think I will have, though. Anyway, I gotta go home and eat lunch and then take my dad to go to his eye appointment. He's got something wrong going on with his eyes, y'all. Freaks me out. So think of him. Think good thoughts. I'll see you for the haul. You're dropping in the middle and you're wondering why my face looks like this. It's because it's the future and the past at the same time, and I fell down. All right, we're gonna jump into the thrift haul. I did get this stuff at Thrift City. You wanna go back outside? Okay, hold on. I'm dog sitting. Pepper, you wanna go back outside? It's up to you. Okay. Yeah, it's not very cool outside. She's gonna roll around in the grass. This seems to be her activity she wants to do. I think she's waiting for her people to come home. And they're not. They're gonna be gone a few days. Okay. So most of this came from the $1.99 rack. They have a clearance rack and I didn't know it. Probably gonna be going back there more frequently because I hadn't shopped there in a while. This one is a cool disco ball looking dress. And I don't think the brand is anything spectacular, but the tag looked nice. Koya collection. I think they make more formally looking things too. This is made in the USA and size small. Could be vintage, but I don't know. Doesn't seem that vintage. It's got these straps that lace up the back. Things end up on the $1.99 rack there after they've been on the floor for a few months. It seemed maybe as few as 2 months. This place is huge. Oh, excuse me. This place is huge and they've got a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's got these long, I need to lace it up. I'm gonna try to get this stuff listed within the next week. Today is Thursday. So maybe I can do it over the weekend. Some of it at least. This one, oh, I didn't say anything about what it's going to list it for. I'm going to list that for $29.96. Didn't really find much of a sell-through rate, like not much similar. And the reason I picked it up is because this is recently after the Grammys? Yes. Or Oscars. Anyway, one of those award shows. And a lot of people were wearing silver and sparkles. So that's probably a trend that's short-lived, but I am panting, out of breath. I have a cold too. If you watched yesterday's video, you know. This is Donna Morgan. This is vintage. It was 100% silk, probably Y2K or later, but I would say vintage. So I would say early 2000s. It is 100% silk. It is leopard. I'm going to use Mob Wife, even though I'm not quite sure if that's still trending. Baddie, Y2K, baby doll. Yeah, it zips up the side. I think it's going to be really cute. This did have some spots that I spot treated because it is silk. So I need to make sure those came out. It has to be dry cleaned. I'm going to steam it too. Anything that's dry clean only, I'll steam. Steaming kills any bacteria it might have. Isn't that gross to think how much bacteria we carry around in ourselves? So very nice. It's a mini length. Both of those dresses were mini length. I say that and then I touch my eye. Oh, you went back in. She's right there. Come on, Gertie. Come on, Gertie. You want me to stay there? Okay. Alrighty. She's just looking at me. Donna Morgan size 8 baby doll dress. I'm going to list for $34.96. It's 100% silk. I think I can get that much for it. due to its style and its fabric content, the makeup, so to speak. Let me tag it appropriately. It's March COLLAB Day 3. This may happen every now and then. I'll tell you how many pieces I got total in this haul once I get through this pile. All right. Okay, the next one, I did a lot of dresses. They just happen to have a lot of dresses on the $1.99 racks. They pull by section and color, I can tell. This is a Hilo Hattie. It's Hilo, I think, because that's the name of the city in Hawaii. It is the Kim Taylor Reese collection, which when I looked it up, this pattern seemed to be, like this print seemed to be all I could find of Kim Taylor Reese. It's got some hula dancers and whatever these men are called. Are they hula men? They've got sticks and drums and things. That's pretty cool. It is also 100% silk. It doesn't seem like silk because it's not satiny, but it is 100% silk and it's woven. It's an extra large. It is a sheath dress, a midi length sheath dress, pop over. I'm using Vindu to manage all my inventory, and they have a great labeling system, but I forgot to put the labels on there. So, you know, if you don't put the labels, it has a $26 ASP with a 17% sell-through rate. All of this stuff seems pretty low, I know. But from my experience, Hawaiian wear is gonna sell. I paid $2.92. I'm gonna list it for $39.96. I didn't see any extra large Hilo Hattie Kim Taylor Reese's out there in 100% silk. She's just staring at me outside, but she doesn't want to come in. Pepper, Miss Pepper, who I'm dog sitting. It's her birthday. All of this is being filmed on the same day. I did the haul, first day haul, like right afterward, like the day after, and now the rest of them are going to be all either today or today and tomorrow. This one is another $1.99 item, but a great vintage find in matching the Y2K style that's popular right now, including fairy goth and whimsy, fairy grunge and whimsy goth. It's got this mesh, semi-sheer overlay, fully lined baby doll top, 3/4 sleeve that's not lined, so you can see your skin through that. I think it looks like broken butterfly wings. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I think it looks like broken butterfly wings. Maybe it's smashed petals off a flower. This is a petite 8. So what's going to be important for that is like the dimensions around the shoulders. As you know, usually I do bust, waist, maybe hips in length, but I think I'll probably include shoulders, because just because it's a petite doesn't mean it might not fit someone who doesn't normally pick up petite, because petite most people think about with the length, but it's also stature. So I think the shoulder measurement will be important. This has a little stretch. It's Coldwater Creek, which is not a brand I would normally pick up, certainly not in smaller sizes, or this is a medium size, I guess, or in a petite. But it's the style. A lot of these are style-based pickups out of this $1.99 rack. So I timed myself for an hour, like I said, and then, you know, time was up and I couldn't look at the regular racks for a lot of this. So Coldwater, okay, Coldwater Creek. I'm gonna list this dress for $34.96. I paid $2.92. I didn't include a sell-through rate or anything on that. I picked up a couple pairs of shoes. I think both of them were from this day. I need to look. Okay, the shoes were on another day. All right, I have 3 of these bags. Oh, there's 1 pair of shoes in here. We'll start with those. I kept them in numbered bags so I wouldn't get it mixed up. This is a pair of sandals that I actually have this brand listed in another style, and they're not going, which normally this is a very expensive brand and it sells quickly for me, but this is a smaller size. I'm not sure about the others. I'm thinking maybe I just need summer to come around. These are Naot or Naot. I'm going to list them for $49.96. They are made in Israel, but I do think something makes me think they're a German brand because look, they've got the same bottom as Birkenstocks, but they say Naot. And I think some people look at these and think, oh, this is a Birkenstock knockoff, when really this is just another expensive sandal brand, but it's geared more toward older ladies, comfort shoe. It's got that same footbed, cushion footbed, and these are, yeah, 6 to 6.5 or size 37 EU. I paid $2.92 for them, and they're in excellent shape. Like, I don't want to say new without tag, but I think they're new without tag. They have no feet prints inside, or maybe a little bit. And they have no real scuffing on the edges or on the, you know what I mean, anywhere on them. So that's what I'm going to list those for. This next one is, again, a style-based pickup because the brand is Merona and it is size large. Merona, was that Target? Pretty sure it was. It is sleeveless, it's fully lined, and I have the liner in here, which is important. Semi-sheer floral. This, I would say, is definitely fairy grunge, whimsy goth. To me, those go hand in hand together a lot of the time, but not always, depending on the color scheme, you know. Like if this were a light pink, I might call it fairy, but not grunge or whimsy goth, you know. And it has a button top. I don't think the skirt is buttoned. I don't think it's full. It's got a cinched waist, so maybe a blouse on style. Very cute. And I'm going to list it for $19.96. So you can see I started to like fall back to some bread and butter pricing of items. Since it was $1.99, I don't feel bad about picking that up. But, you know, style-based pickups for me are a bit of a gamble because I don't feel like I'm an expert in these styles. I'm learning. So they're a bit of a gamble, so I don't want to pay more than a couple bucks. Especially on something that's a Target brand. Now this next one looks really similar, but it is a new with tag and the style is different, but it has that ditzy floral print. It's a high neck button, mesh lace in places, ruffle. Now I have it's brand new, City Triangles. Hey, City Triangles. This is the second dress I've had that's City Triangles. Lo and behold, that's funny. Okay, size large. I think this is a newer. The other one seemed definitely vintage. This one did not seem vintage. But it's got that mesh inset. Now I have this ruffly sleeve with the mesh. I have a cardigan that's like this that has not sold, and I'm putting it on my rack to see if it sells that way. It's also an extra small, but it's from Buckle, BKE, it's BKE Buckle. And it's new with tag, but it's an extra small, and I just don't know why it's not selling. It's got a lot of things going on, so maybe it's just too much. And we'll see if in person it's still too much. So yeah, City Triangles. Now I know why it was in both, at least. I was confused. I was thinking the same dress was in both categories. This is $25.96, my listing price, and $2.92 is the cost of goods. ASP, $18, 2% sell-through rate. So low. So low, y'all. Because who's ever heard of City Triangles? Not me. Maybe it's sold at like Ross or something. It is a cute style. I think it's going to be whimsy goth, fairy grunge. This I got because it is an extra large and it is Cato, which does sell for me in larger sizes, and it's new with tags. And it's like a high-low tiered ruffle bottom, dolman sleeve, V-neck. Nothing super special, but just kind of a nice, sort of a basic, an elevated basic, I guess you could say, with the ruffles and a little bit of high-low. This is a crepe. That's the material. I'm going to list for $17.96. And this is one of those things I could put in my booth as well, you know, for not much. I'd probably even lower the price on it. And I spent $2.92 because all of these were $1.99 plus tax. All right, third and last bag. I think that girl's still staring at me. She looks like she wants to take a nap. These are some vintage dresses. A couple of them. They remind me of things I wore to work in the early 2000s. So this is, to me, a gamble, but it's got that baby doll style and it's belted at the waist. I'm in the true baby doll style A-line. It's got that nice kind of slinky-ish jersey material that didn't wrinkle. That's one reason I liked it. I couldn't afford to get everything dry cleaned. I needed to be able to wash and dry and move on. This says dry clean only. I guarantee you I would have put it in the washing machine. It's Maggie London, size 14. Yeah, this does not need to be dry cleaned. It's got spandex in it, but yeah, I have plenty of other dresses, or had, that were the same material that did fine. So I would have risked it if I had gotten it at a thrift store for sure. So with this dress, let's see what I put. Maggie, $24.99 is what I priced at. $2.92 is what I paid. Here's another one. This one's sleeveless. It is London Times, which I always saw side by side with Maggie London. I'm like, are these made by the same people? I think so. Size 14 as well. And this is kind of a baby doll surplice top, short, cap sleeve, belted. It's more like cinch belt. Side tie, I guess. This doesn't really belt. It's a side tie. Knee length, crazy print. If you got dropped ketchup on it, you know, you needed these work clothes to be versatile. Let's see if this one is dry clean only too. I know I didn't dry clean my stuff. Maybe I did. That's back when you could find a $1.99 dry cleaner and get even a better deal with a coupon. Yeah, it says dry clean only. Maybe I did. I don't know. It's a long time ago. I don't miss those days, to be honest. I was thinner than that. I probably priced this at $24.99 too. London. Yeah. And then here's another Whimsy Goth pickup. It is a Who What Wear XXL, so 2X. And if you weren't aware, 2X and XXL, this needs to be washed. It's got some deodorant marks, and 2X are different. XXL is going to be not cut quite as generous as a 2X or a women's size 22. For example, if it says W after, it's women's. But this is a shift dress with this little lace detail at the bottom. Otherwise, it's just plain black. So it's kind of a good basic little black dress that you could dress up for a wedding or cocktail party or something, or just wear to work with a blazer over it. And that I am listing for $19.96. I think Who What Wear is also sold at Target, right? I think I have one more item, two more items. Okay, two more items. These were all on the $1.99 rack as well. So I paid $2.92. This is a Calvin Klein size 4. Now this is more of a Y2K style of career dress. It's got that jersey knit, but it would be great for travel. And again, dress it up or down. So these dresses are really versatile. And it's got that sort of bandage look that was popular. Cinches at the waist, that X makes it look pretty slimming. And is it lined? It's not, which I always liked because lined dresses would get hot. And this Calvin Klein, I'm going to list for $24.96. I am using the term bandage and slinky and jersey in it. And then this is the last one, and this is kind of a baby doll shirt dress top. It's got a collar. It's got the cinching at the chest, you know, that gives it sort of that baby doll silhouette, cap sleeve. I think when it's all the way buttoned, it's going to be a slight A-line, not, you know, super flared out. So maybe more of a sheath, but not all full bodycon or anything. The brand is Laundry by Shelly Segal. These were all the brands that I would get like at Dress Barn. You'd find them there. Size 12. I mean, these could have come out of my closet, y'all. These last 4 dresses. I'm going to list for $24.96 and use Y2K Baby Doll in the keywords. Let me do a quick glance and see if I missed anything. I think I got it all. Yep, that's everything. So that was 13 items. I think I might have picked up more, but some of them were for me. I'd have to go back and look at the receipt. And I don't have those with me. But that is everything from day 3. So guys, I got another one of these to record. You guys just keep listing and hopefully work alongside me while I'm doing these hauls.